ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה, מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה. ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה, מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה. You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my womb. You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my womb. ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה, מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה. ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה, מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה. ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה, מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה.
Chodesh Tov, and welcome to OneShul, everyone. I'm Kohenet Ketzira, and I'm so pleased to be back here with you all again tonight to celebrate Rosh Chodesh Tevet. We're a couple of days after Rosh Chodesh, but it was New Year's Eve, so it seemed like a better idea to wait a day or so and have our celebration together at a time when people would actually be able to show up and be able to attend. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Seems like we have a few potentially guests with us tonight, which I'm going to guess means that is their first time. If this is your first time joining us, you can log in by clicking on the three little horizontal white bars in the top of the chat room, top right. And when you log in, you have two choices. You can choose guest, which lets you share your name or however you'd like to be known tonight. Or you can choose Facebook, which will pull your name from Facebook. And I believe you can edit that too. And also a profile picture from Facebook, so we can see what you look like or what your profile picture looks like. So welcome everyone for joining us. Posted the link to tonight's Siddur in the chat room. It is bit.ly/Tevet5777. So hopefully you've all been able to download our Siddur tonight for tonight. It will, of course, follow a very familiar pattern for those of you who attend Rosh Chodesh services here at OneShul regularly, we'll begin by creating sacred space, by singing each person in. We'll move into expressions of gratitude for what has gone right in the month that is coming to an end. And I think also may be appropriate this time in the year, the secular year that has just come to a close as well. We will move into prayers for strength in the month that is beginning. And again here, I think prayers for the secular year that is beginning are also very appropriate. We'll spend a few minutes talking about the month that is beginning, Tevet. And then we will do a chant opening to blessings of the month. And if we have time tonight, and it's not running too late, I actually did think to grab the mitzvah cards. It is the Gregorian New Year. So it seemed like it might be a good time to do that again here at OneShul. So we haven't done that in a while at Rosh Chodesh services, so we'll see if we have time for that tonight. So welcome to everyone. I have, it looks like maybe 2 new people or first-time people in the chat room, so please let us know if you are. That way everybody can help you along if you get lost during the service, which you probably won't, but just in case, it's always good for us to know who our first-timers are here at OneShul, so we can ensure that we guide you along fully. So we come together as a community each month to welcome in the new month, give thanks for the month that has passed, ask for strength in the month to come, and open ourselves to receive blessings of divine energy. And of course, as I mentioned, I'm definitely very aware that it has been the change of the Gregorian calendar, the secular New Year, and it's been an awful lot of the 2016 is over, and then many of us look to 2017 and go, oh, this isn't going to get any easier. So this is a good time to come together and recharge and think about what it is we are grateful for, and then put out there what it is we personally need strength for in this coming month, in this coming year. So we may each pray for each other and support each other as a community. And, okay. Hello, Aluma. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, new names joining us just now, and I'll welcome everyone, and Barbara, and Philippa, and Rin, and Rachele, Talia, I have a Lilith, and Jay. So, nice full house tonight. So we begin creating our sacred space, and I'll ask you, what is the name you wish to be sung into our space as tonight? It may be your English name, your given name. Not everyone here is from the United States, so it's not necessarily an English name. Your given name, your birth name. It may be your Hebrew name. It may be a word or a feeling or emotion that you wish to embody tonight. But I'll ask you now to please share in the chat room what it is that how you would like to be sung into our space tonight. And as people are thinking on and naming themselves in the chat room, I want to offer you a visualization, and this will be familiar to those of you who have been here before. But Talia, this is your first time here, and I think a couple of other people's. So I want to offer you a little visualization. So if you feel like it, close your eyes. And for those of you who know where this is going, feel free to bring yourself into that space. So I want you to visualize that you are standing on a pathway, a narrow little cobblestone pathway in a garden. And each of you is standing in a line on this narrow pathway in this little garden. And in the front of this line, there is a little arbor. And on your left and your right, there are little stations. There is a station with, there's a stone that has a copper bowl filled with scented water on one side. There's some incense on the other. There's some sage. There's some salt. There's all manner of things, and whatever that thing is that you personally need to bring yourself into this place in this time. And as you look through the arbor, through the gateway, into this circle space in the garden, I'm standing there waiting for you and facing you. And there is a fire burning. And it's a beautiful, lush little garden. Not a big one, but very little garden. Just enough space for all of us. And as your name is called and you are sung into the space, you cross through that gateway, through that arbor, to join me in the circle. And then we both turn and face everyone else joining us. And together we sing in the next person. And then as each person joins in the circle, they turn to help sing in the next person. And so we begin with our Baruch Hu on page 2, and we will sing everyone in by the names that you have shared in the chat room. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shena, holy name. You have called on the light of your soul. Welcome home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Hava Lilith, holy name. You have called on the light of your soul. Welcome home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Rachel, holy name. You have called on the light of your soul. Welcome home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Talia, holy name. You have called on the light of your soul. Welcome home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Daniel, holy name. You have called on the light of your soul. Welcome home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Aluma, holy name. You have called on the light of your soul. Welcome home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. We have called on the light of our souls. We've come home. Hopefully all of your names have been sung in. Not sure we sang Philippa in, so let's sing Philippa in now. Welcome Philippa and Jay. Philippa and Jay into our space as well. Welcome home, welcome home, welcome home. And so we move into expressions of gratitude, taking the time to first think on and bring to mind all that has gone right. Cultivating a presence of mind to find something that we are grateful for in every moment. Doesn't mean living with rose-colored glasses. Doesn't mean ignoring the ills of the world and the injustices of the world. But it means first filling our cup. Remembering that there is so much, so often going right in our lives. And even when so much may be going wrong, there is something to be grateful for. Doesn't mean you are grateful for everything, but it does mean that in each moment, we can choose to find something to be grateful for. Even if it is as simple as the sun rising and setting, breath coming in and out of our bodies. But if we are here tonight, then we know so much more is there to be grateful for. We hopefully have enough food to eat. We have shelter over our heads. We have a wonderful, warm community to participate and to support us. We hopefully have families that care for us and love us of blood and of spirit. We have enough money that we have an internet connection, which also hopefully means that we are somewhere safe and warm and home, or at least somewhere that we are present tonight. It is too easy to focus on all that is wrong, and it is too easy to always lead with things that we think are wrong and forget the things that are really wrong because we're focused on perceived injustices. That we don't pay attention to all that is good, and we almost begin to manufacture things that are wrong. We find slights everywhere. And for me, I believe that this blinds us to the true ills of our world. We're so busy being upset about coffee being delivered wrong that we don't pay attention to what's really important. So let's begin tonight, or continue tonight, by naming all that is in a space of gratitude for us, so we can approach the world from a place of gratitude. And we may approach the world from a space of love and our cups being filled, so we can do the hard work of tikkun olam in the world, which we have to be filled up to do. So let's begin naming. Please share in the chat room, what are you grateful for? Either in the month that is coming to an end, or this secular year, this 2017 that is coming to an end. And it's also the change of the seasons, right? So it's winter now. Tekufat Tevet, it is the changing of the season in Jewish time as well. So if you don't want to focus on 2016, but you want something bigger than a month, think about what have you been grateful for in Jewish autumn that is just finishing. And we'll sing Moda Ani from the morning prayer service. Moda Ani for those who identify as women, modeh ani for those who identify as men, and will alternate between feminine God language and masculine God language, and then English, so it's gender neutral, beginning with the feminine God language. And if you are more comfortable in one or the other, then you are welcome and invited to use whatever God language is true and resonant and right for you. Moda ani lefanayich, moda ani lefanayich, ruach chai v'kayamet, moda ani lefanacha, moda ani lefanecha, ruach chai v'kayam. Oh, we are grateful. Oh, we are grateful for new places to live, family and community. Moda ani lefanayich, moda ani lefanayich, ruach chai v'kayamet, moda ani lefanecha, moda ani lefanecha, ruach chai v'kayam. Oh, we are grateful. Oh, we are grateful that Talia was not harmed, and for Jay's working heater. Moda ani lefanayich, moda ani lefanayich, ruach chai v'kayamet, moda ani lefanecha, moda ani lefanecha, ruach chai v'kayam. Oh, we are grateful. Oh, we are grateful for Barbara's family, especially her son and husband. Moda ani lefanayich, moda ani lefanayich, ruach chai v'kayamet, moda ani lefanecha, moda ani lefanecha, ruach chai v'kayam. Oh, we are grateful. Oh, we are grateful for love, safety, warmth, strength, abundance, and joy, and supportive group of family and friends. Moda ani lefanayich, moda ani ani lefanayich ruach chai v'kayamet moda ani lefanecha moda ani lefanecha ruach chai kayamet, lost my place. Moda ani lefanecha, moda ani lefanecha, ruach chai v'kayam. Oh, we are grateful. We are grateful for the combined energies of Rosh Chodesh, New Year, and Chanukah. And let's throw the solstice in. Oh, we are grateful. Oh, we are grateful for abilities to gain truer sight and a stronger stance. Oh, we are grateful. Oh, we are grateful for meeting kindred spirits online and the OneShul community. Oh, I am grateful. Oh, I am grateful for safe travels both south and north, and 20 years with my Beshet. Moda ani lefanayich, moda ani lefanayich, ruach chai v'kayamet. Moda ani lefanecha, moda ani lefanecha, ruach chai v'kayam. Oh, we are grateful. Oh, we are grateful in the face of the one, in the face of the one. See? So many things we can find to be grateful for. Those things that help us to remember that we are resourced to do the work of the world, the work of our lives, the work of our lives' journeys of tikkun olam, tikkun hanefesh, repairing of the soul, and tikkun halev, repairing of the heart. Whichever level, whichever tikkun you are working on, whichever space, whichever place, whichever way of healing the world and fulfilling your soul's potential you are trying to engage with. It is so much easier to do when you feel resourced and filled up. And I really believe, and my own experience leads me to believe, that finding gratitude, a practice of gratitude, and beginning from a space of gratitude helps us to better engage with all that we are trying to repair in the world. And so from this place of hopefully feeling at least a little more filled up, a little more resourced, we'll move into our prayers for strength with the Micha Mocha. And I ask you now, what is it you need strength for in the month and year, month, season, or year to come? And as always, I will turn the singing here over to Te'ama to guide us through this portion of our service. Let's take a moment and maybe scroll through what people have been sharing in the chat room and bless up one or two of the brave, courageous sharings in our chat room, to acknowledge where it is that we need strength is sometimes an incredibly courageous act. It takes strength to know that it's okay to admit we can't do it all by ourselves, that we need some help, whether that help is from the Holy One, from our plant animal allies, from our ancestors and our ancestral allies, from our spiritual community, from our friends, from our family, from the broader communities that we all live in. Finding ways to put out there where it is that we could use a little help, whether it's simply help staying accountable, being accountable to our commitments and the things that we know are important to us, or if it's help with self-care, or with finding ways to be less reactive or non-reactive in situations that push our buttons, or if it's working on our soul traits like humility and finding our balance, whether it is, and I love, there's a definition of humility I learned recently out of Musar, which is humility as taking up our right amount of space. So some of us working on humility need to actually learn to take up more space because we're too afraid to step out. And for some of us, we need to learn to step back and not take up so much space to make more room for others. So learning different ways to focus on our soul traits, whatever those things are. A few other soul traits that were mentioned: anger, frustration, impatience, all very important soul traits, all things that we need in some amount, but in proper balance. And a little bit later, I'll share. Neora, welcome! I didn't see you in the chat room. Chodesh Tov. People pop up suddenly, and I didn't see them before. And one of the things, and I'll post it at the end of our service tonight, as many of you already know, we now have a private OneShul members community on Facebook. You can't find it except through the link that I'm going to share at the end of our service. And I delete the link out of the chat room, by the way, right after the service, because it really is for people who are attending our services. For now, at least, we're defining members as people who attend services. I want to give you, OneShul as a community, is one of the things that people asked for, is to give everyone a space to get to know this OneShul community better. And it's occurring to me that one of the things that we can use this community for is to support each other in the things that we need strength for. Whether it's remembering that Rin is working on her dissertation and checking in through the community with her on her dissertation, or asking specifically people to help you work on their help with working on their soul traits as a chevra, as a partner, and really finding ways to work together. So I'm going to post that link at the end of the service for you, but just something to keep in mind for those of you already in the community. We've just launched this. It was the last service, I think was the first time we posted the link. So just to keep that in mind, another way we might be able to use that service, but ways of checking in with each other on the things that are important to us and that we need strength for, either just asking for it or really helping people feel heard and seen and held by asking them about things they have shared that they need strength for here. So we move now, and we're on page 5 of our Siddur. I'll post the link to the Siddur again. That doesn't get deleted. To talking a little bit about the month that is beginning.
It's not
And
used.
I'll put up an image for you. For those of you, their first time with us, this is a journey through the Kislev Tevet. I didn't update that, did I? Sorry, I'm just realizing I haven't updated. It's Kislev, Tevet, and Shvat. And that's from left to right, the rainbow being Kislev, and then Tevet in the center, and then Shvat on the right. And this is the Transparent Tarot by Emily Cardin, and you can layer the cards to pull surprising images and meditations. And as you can see, the month of Tevet does not look very promising. In a traditional tarot deck, this would be the Devil card. It's the card of binding. But one of the things that I've always been taught about that card is that we are binding ourselves. The chains that hold us, we can slip out of. They are there, but they don't hold us there. We hold ourselves in these dark places, in these narrow places. And Tevet may be difficult, but it's also a reminder that's a chance to free ourselves, to bring ourselves to our own awareness, the things that are holding us back, that we are allowing to hold ourselves back. And so this is a month to become aware of what is holding you back, what is keeping you from really exploring and fulfilling your soul's full potential. And using this month to understand that and see it, to move forward into Shabbat, which is the month of the star, the bright star. And that star leads us forward into such potential beauty. And I'm very aware that for many of us, this month of Tevet will be a uniquely difficult one in our lifetimes, honestly. Not for everyone, I guess, but for many of us, this is going to be a very difficult time. And so it's a really good time to think about where we are binding ourselves, and to understand what is truly blocking the way versus the obstacles that we sometimes create for ourselves along the way. And that imagery led me to our chant for tonight, which is by the lovely and amazing Kohenet Ree Turner. It's found in the Kohenet Siddur. And welcome guest 710. We have a new guest joining us just now, it looks like, so welcome, or joining back in if somebody dropped. And we are opening to blessings with this chant. And as I was trying to think of what was the right chant for tonight, and it's interesting because we haven't done a Tevet Rosh Chodesh service in a while. It must have been overlapping with New Year's or other holidays and things that we just weren't doing it. The last one was several years ago, and so I didn't have a good chant in there. And looking at that imagery, that idea of understanding how we hold ourselves back and the traps we lay for ourselves so we can see through them and move out of them, this chant came to mind. So I'm very grateful to my sister Ree right now for her creation of this chant and sharing it with us. So it's on page 6. The first 3 words are in Hebrew, Brucha at Shekhinah, and then we say that, we sing that, and then we go each time before, who guides me, who reminds me, who guides me, and who gives me courage to let go. Brucha at Shekhinah, who guides me. Brucha at Shekhinah, who reminds me that I know. Brucha at Shekhinah, who guides me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who gives me courage to let go. Chat Shekhinah, who guides me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who reminds me that I know. Ruchat Shekhinah, who guides me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who gives me courage to let go. Ruchat Shekhinah, who guides me. Ruchat Shekhinah, reminds me that I know. Ruchat Shekhinah, who guides me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who gives me courage to let go. Ruchat Shekhinah, who grounds me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who reminds me that I know. Ruchat Shekhinah, who guides me. Ruchat Shekhinah, gives me courage to let go. Ruchat Shekhinah, who grounds me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who gives me courage, who reminds me that I know. Ruchat Shekhinah, who guides me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who gives me courage to let go. Ruchat Shekhinah, who grounds me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who reminds me that I know. Ruchat Shekhinah, who guides me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who gives me courage to let go. Ruchat Shekhinah, who grounds me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who reminds me that I know. Ruchat Shekhinah, who guides me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who gives me courage to let go. And yes, that's grounds, then guides. So we have a few minutes left till the close of our service. I don't know that we'll have time to get to everyone, but if there is someone who is deeply called and would like a mitzvah card reading tonight, please raise your hand in the chat room and we'll pull a card for you. And if I don't get to everybody during the service, then I will make sure I have your email address. Don't post it in the chat room, please, but I'll give you my email address and reach out to me and I'll do a card reading for you as well. And if you've never done this with us before, what we do is we have the mitzvah cards and they have readings from the Talmud in them, and from the Torah and different Jewish teachings. And when people request one, I shuffle the cards for that person and I pull a card for that individual and then share whatever comes to mind for me in what I am seeing in that card. And it's a way to set an intention for the month to come, for the season to come, for the year to come. And it is also Mercury retrograde, so maybe it's something to think on during Mercury retrograde. All right, Talia, we'll start with you, my love. And I'll start shuffling for you now, Talia. And Talia, let me know when to stop. And remember, if there's not time, I'll send it to you after. All right, Talia, let me know when to stop. Rucha Shekhinah, who grounds me. Rucha Shekhinah reminds me that I know. Rucha Shekhinah, who guides me. Rucha Shekhinah, who gives me courage to let go. I'm stopping, Talia, because this card just jumped out of my hand. So, Talia, your card is Bikor Cholim. Support the spirit and healing of those who are physically or emotionally unwell with visits and calls. Listen to and affirm their feelings. Organize as needed transportation, supplies, meals, etc. And has a final note which says support medical research. The text, if you want to look it up, that it references is Genesis Bereshit 18:1. So I'm going to read this one for you, hold it up for a second, and beyond the obvious of it, it also feels like an opportunity again for gratitude. Yes, it's to do a mitzvah of helping to care for the sick, the ill, in some way, whether it's by delivering food or just listening to somebody who's in need or making a donation. But it also really feels like a call to gratitude again, and a call to gratitude through deep compassion. Hopefully your health is still doing well, Talia. But by that experience to fill yourself up in the reminder of the foundation of your own health in what is going on and your own wellness of body and mind and spirit, which hopefully you're feeling a reasonable abundance of. So, Bikor Cholim, Genesis Bereshit 18:1. All right, so we'll do a couple more of these. And again, so far, everyone who's asked, I know how to find you, so I can always email it to you after. All right, Ahava Lilith, beautiful, you are next. Oops, you are next. You know when to stop shuffling. All right. Shuffling for Ahava Lilith. Brucha Shekhinah, who grounds me. Brucha Shekhinah, reminds me that I know. Brucha Shekhinah, who guides me. Brucha Shekhinah, gives me courage to let go. Brucha Shekhinah, who guides me. Brucha Shekhinah, who gives me courage to let go. Brucha Shekhinah, who grounds me. Brucha Shekhinah, who reminds me that I know. Brucha Shekhinah, who guides me. Brucha Shekhinah, gives me courage to let go. Brucha Shekhinah, who grounds me. Brucha Shekhinah, reminds me that I know. This is an interesting pronunciation. Okay, let's see if I can get this one right. Pirsum Hanes, spread the light. My glitter-infused, sparkly, light-filled friend. Kindle the menorah's increasing flames for each of Hanukkah's 8 nights, contemplating and sharing the meaning of the miracle of light. Talmud Bavli 23b. It's coming through okay? So, we've just finished Hanukkah, but you, my friend, are being called to continue what you already do, which is spread the light. And maybe there is a specific practice around lighting candles. And if it's not the 8 candles for Hanukkah, it is a continuation of lighting of candles and bringing light into the world in physical and spiritual ways. So that's Talmud Bavli 23b. Spread the light, my beautiful sister. All right, let's see who is next. Oh, Barbara Ruth. All right, we are going to start shuffling again. Brucha Shekhinah, who guides me. Brucha Shekhinah, who reminds me that I know. Brucha Shekhinah, who guides me. Brucha Shekhinah, who gives me courage to let go. Brucha Shekhinah, who grounds me. Brucha Shekhinah, who reminds me that I know. Brucha Shekhinah, who guides me. Brucha Shekhinah, who gives me courage to let go. Brucha Shekhinah, who grounds me. Brucha Shekhinah, who reminds me that I know. Brucha Shekhinah, who guides me. Brucha Shekhinah, who gives me courage to let go. Brucha Shekhinah, who grounds me. Brucha Shekhinah, who reminds me that I know. Brucha Shekhinah, who guides me. Brucha Shekhinah, who gives me courage to let go. Ahavat Hashem, live in love. Do what you do out of an expansive love of the world and all creatures, a love that comes from being out in nature and deeply aware of the divine beauty and intricacy of all that is. Deuteronomy 6:5. Wow. Nothing like a call to cultivate compassion, and a compassion of being in love of all that is from the divine and being out in nature. Ooh, Barbara, it's cold where I am right now, so we'll see for you. Ooh, Keene, New Hampshire, I think you're in New Hampshire. Okay, it's cold, but it is certainly a fascinating time to find the beauty in the stark winter landscapes and finding the connection between all things and the intricacy of that connection and all the beauty of everything that exists in the world. So this is a month, a season, a year, whichever you choose, of finding more love in yourself and in the world through your connection to the Holy One and the creation of the Holy One. Woo! Hashem, that's beautiful. All right, we're going to do one more live one tonight, and then I'll make sure you have my email address and you can drop the cards apparently. Reach out to me if you would like one, and hopefully I can do them all for you tomorrow. All right, Rin, I think you are up. Brucha Shekhinah, who grounds me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who reminds me that I know. Ruchat Shekhinah, who guides me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who gives me courage to let go. Ruchat Shekhinah, who grounds me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who gives me courage to let go. Ruchat Shekhinah, who grounds me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who reminds me that I know. Ruchat Shekhinah, who guides me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who gives me courage to let go. Teshuvah. Heal relationships. Work through issues directly with all whom you have hurt and feel hurt by, so that wholeness and holiness can return to your relationships. Return in connection to Jewish practice to heal your soul. Numbers 5:7. Work of returning and returning. Well, there's a call. So wherever you have those places that don't feel whole in the relationships with yourself, with the Holy One, with those in your life, it seems like this is the month, season, the year to work through those places. And this says directly, and I think sometimes we can work through those directly through ritual, through prayer. It doesn't mean necessarily that you have to engage with people who have harmed you in some way, or if there's someone that you feel there's an outstanding place you need to make amends. If you don't know if reaching out to that person is a good idea or not, maybe you do some ritual or prayer work around that healing to put that right, at least through the Holy One. Especially, it seems, in it's Mercury retrograde, finding ways to work through hurts and in our communications. And this piece at the end, a return in connection to Jewish practice to heal your soul. So if there are places and spaces where you're feeling like you have been wanting or wishing or needing or feeling a lacking in your practice, to take those on and really use that to heal your soul in the process. So, Numbers 5:7. All right, that is, I think, all the time for live ones tonight, so we don't go too long, but do email me. It's just katsira@punktorah.org, or many of you know several of my other email addresses. That's my official one with OneShul. Feel free to email me, and I will absolutely do a quick reading for you over the next day or so. Let's do one more round of our chant so we can close. Ruchat Shekhinah, who grounds me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who reminds me that I know. Ruchat Shekhinah, who guides me. Ruchat Shekhinah, who gives me courage to let go. And I'm going to post the link to our OneShul members community. I believe you need to right-click it and tell it to open in a new window to get it out of the chat room. But if you miss it here, feel free to email me if you're at tonight's service or at another service, one of our live ones, and please feel free. We've already had some lovely things happening there. hopefully you'll get what the bit is with the link name. But please, I hope you will join, and we can really use that as a space to get to know each other better, to support each other, to keep doing the work between our services in a private, or at least as private as the internet gets, but a private location that is not necessarily public to the world, so we can talk freely, share freely, and really get to know one another. And a final blessing tonight, which is for the month of the Seeker, which is the month of Tevet, this blessing is from the book, The Hebrew Priestess, Ancient and New Visions of Jewish Women's Spiritual Leadership. It is from the chapter on the Seeker. May you journey far and deep, and may all of your pilgrimages bring you ever closer to your most vibrant self and to the Holy One. Chodesh Tov, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of OneShul. Thank you for being this community. You are the community. Again, if you're getting an error with the link, make sure you're logged into Facebook. If not, Talia, I'll send you an invitation, or email me and I'll officially invite you. Just let me know how to find you on Facebook. Oh, everyone's getting an error. Hold on, I know how to fix that. Hold, please. This happened last time. 1 second. Hold that thought before we all leave. I'm gonna remember how to do this. No. Okay, I don't know why. Last time we had to right click for people to be able to get in. But I'm gonna do this for 1 second. Confirm. All right, click now, right click. Let's see if that takes you over there. Let's see if that helps you out and that lets you in. So I briefly changed the privacy settings. I'm going to change them back to private in just 1 more second, giving everyone a chance. So it's still closed. People can't join without permission, but we keep it really, really hidden. So it is a secret little place for everybody. So Laila Tov, I'll leave this the way it is for just a few more minutes. Email me if you still have a problem and I will get you invited. We're going to turn to the amazing Shoshana Jedwab to sing us out tonight. Laila Tov, Chodesh Tov. I'll see you all again soon.
The whole wide world is a very narrow bridge. The whole wide world is a very narrow bridge. Don't be afraid of it.
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 The whole wide world is a very narrow bridge. The whole wide world is a very narrow thread. The whole wide world